Hello, we are live. Hi and welcome. I'm just going to quickly introduce myself and then I will introduce the lovely Katie that we have with me today. So, welcome to Lunar Pumpkin. For anybody who's new or who hasn't been and joined me before, lovely, thank you. So, I am a tarot reader and an astrologer, and any products that I make are lunar affirmation based products. Let me introduce my lovely guest. So, I'm excited to be talking to Katie, and Katie is the face behind Mama Bear Creates and the Small Biz Society. She lives in Thame, Oxfordshire, with her husband Rob and their two sons Daniel and Jonah. Katie had never thought of herself as a particularly creative person, although she's always been the type that would look at something she wanted to buy and think, maybe I could make that. Over the years, she's made a few different homemade gifts. Sometimes they've worked out and sometimes not so much. But Katie's creative journey started properly at the end of January 2019. Ooh. Tell us a little bit about how you all got started with your business and things, Katie.
Wow, so I got started in the end of January 2019 when I realised that I hadn't set a New Year's resolution, and we were sat chatting one night, and I thought, okay, I need to do something this year, and I wanted to find a hobby that I could do from home when the kids were in bed or playing. And it was Rob that suggested that I start card making. So I got a few bits. I took a trip to Hobbycraft, got a few bits, and I was completely hooked. I absolutely loved it. So after 6 months, I think, I got to the September and I had, a massive pile of things I'd made. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try and recoup some of the money that I'd spent on, you know what it's like with, crafts and things. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm going to try and, make some money from this, and share my makes with other people. So that's how I started. And it was in the beginning, it was very much handmade cards. So I stamped and coloured and cut and die cut. So my business has changed very much since then, but that's how I started.
Brilliant. So where did the name for Mama Bear Creates, where did that come from?
So when I decided that I obviously wanted to start a business, I was like, okay, I need a business name, and I couldn't think of anything at first. And to be honest, it popped into my head when I was trying to get to sleep. As many of my ideas, it's the time where I've got things literally going around my head non-stop and I can't sleep. So the name popped into my head. I had like the logo, I had it in my head straight away. I knew exactly what I wanted straight away. So nothing very exciting, literally just in my head one night.
Yeah, I find that actually happens, doesn't it? You're about to either like have a shower or you're making breakfast or you're about to go to bed and your brain's not totally switching off, and then suddenly something comes in, you're like, that's all right, maybe I could work with that.
Yeah, definitely. That's where most of my ideas come, really. And if I don't write them down, I'll probably forget.
Exactly.
So it's good for me to write it down.
I was just making sure my phone was silent.
Sorry.
Has your vision for Mama Bear Create sort of changed then much? I think you said something about it.
Yeah, it has. So I started with the handmade cards that sometimes could take me all day to make. By the time I'd sort of thought of an idea and, coloured something and cut it and glued it, it could take me all day. And I was charging £3.50. It wasn't a business. I was never going to make money from it. And I have learnt new things. When was it? I think, was it during lockdown? Right, in 2020, I bought my iPad and I started to learn to illustrate. So that's come a lot more into my products. So yeah, my business has definitely changed a lot. But yeah, and it's still changing.
Well, if our businesses are kind of like an extension of us anyway, they will change as we grow anyway, won't they? So.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
I mean, did you have a popular like first product, or can you remember what your first one was?
Yeah, so because I literally started with just cards, and they were bespoke cards. So, they were, somebody would come to me with an idea and I'd turn it into a card. And I still get bespoke orders, generally from people, I know that have bought from me before. I'm not stopping doing them because I like to do them, and I do have a few, regular customers that will come to me for them. But because they're the thing that takes me the longest, and obviously I can never charge massive amounts for a card. I'm going to try not to sort of put them out there too much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then just the people that know I do them can come to me for it. So I can, spend time on my illustrations and sort of the other bits and pieces.
Cool. So do you have a favourite thing to make now? Any like favourite products or I don't know, things that you do within your business?
I don't know if I have a favourite. I really love my glitter stickers, like the die cut stickers. I love them. They make me really happy. I love making the badges and like the mirrors and things with my badge maker. That's just quite a fun process. The sticker making process isn't as fun, I'd say, but I love the outcome.
Yeah.
It's really hard to choose one thing because I love it all. And I think if I make an illustration, I love turning it into, different products and seeing what I can make with it.
Yeah, amazing.
Is that cheating, not saying my one favourite?
We'll let you off. So what kind of goals do you have for Mama Bear Creates, like going forward, really?
Goals. So I think I've been saying this for about 2 years, but I'd love to get to the point where I've got products sort of made and ready, and then when I get orders, I can be like, oh, package it and off it goes. But I've got a few like that, but obviously a lot of the time I'm still making sort of as I go. But I am sort of having a bit of a shift again. I've got some new products coming soon, which I'm working on at the moment. I'm hoping to have at least a few things sorted by like the Christmas season. So yeah, I just want to, rather than being known for sort of cards, I want to be stationary, if you know what I mean. Just more of a, I've got more things come in. And yeah, I like making cute things, colourful things that are going to make people happy. I love a pun, so lots of my things have puns on them. So yeah, I think I just want to expand on that. Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
Goals. Yeah, I think they're my goals. That's what I want to do. I want to expand on my stationery products with cute things. If I become a millionaire while I'm at it, then perfect.
Yeah. Well, that is kind of like key though, isn't it? If you're doing something you enjoy and that you're passionate about, one, it's easier to tell people about that because they can see that you're passionate about either making it or the end result, but also that's then going to encourage you to make more of similar things because you know what people want.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that it can be quite difficult sometimes. It's like, what do people want or what do people like? Because obviously everyone's got different tastes, and some people are massive, sticker collectors or something. I know a lot of people collect enamel, the pin badges.
Yeah, enamel pins.
Enamel pins, that's the one.
Yeah.
But as much as I know lots of stationery businesses do that, I don't think I'll head in that direction because I don't think that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got a few enamel, and oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I got a few of them, but yeah, I don't think that's where I'm going with my sort of collection. Who knows? This time next year, I might be designing one. But yeah, I'm excited to, there's so many possibilities.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about then the Small Biz Society. What's that all about?
So the Small Biz Society is very new. I started it in February. And it is a community for women with businesses. Currently, I've got a Facebook group for us as a community, and I hold a monthly accountability sessions. So I do an online Zoom, and then I do a local in-person meet. But I've got lots of plans. So yeah, that I'm looking at doing a membership. I'm looking at doing all sorts of things with that, just to get a bit of a community spirit amongst us women.
Amazing. So how do you actually support the women in your community and your membership? What kind of things you do?
So I don't have the membership yet. So currently I just run the accountability sessions.
Oh, okay.
Each month we set a goal for the following month. I take note of everything, and if somebody needs a kick up the bum, we've got like a WhatsApp group we can discuss in. And it's just been really nice. People can ask questions. If I don't know the answer, there's bound to be someone that knows the answer, or I can try and find out. And yeah, it's been really lovely to sort of form, new, friendships. And so many people, like, I need a bit of a kick up the bum. I'm not always the best. I'm much better at doing it for other people than I am myself. But yeah, I mean, even after the first month, people were getting stuff done, whether it was, there's, obviously all sorts of people in business, whether it was people making products or cakes, and all the things that they needed to do, technical or, physical. I wasn't sure whether that was on my screen.
No, a fly.
So yeah, it's just a really lovely, supportive community. But yeah, lots of things to come. It's just I'm trying to, walk before I run, because with the two businesses, it's obviously juggling it. And coming to the end of the year, I think my priority is making sure that I'm ready for my Christmas fairs. So yeah, it's just working on both of them equally-ish.
Yeah. So is there some kind of like overlap between them at all? Oh, that fly's bugging me.
No, I'd say the only overlap is me. And yeah, me, and obviously like my values, and you know, I'm very open about like my mental health and everything. So obviously that plays a part in both. And about supporting small businesses and, you know, women in business. So I suppose that's the only sort of overlap is, you know, yeah, me and the fact that I've got a small business.
So would you say that both your businesses kind of keep you more, what's the word, more upbeat and more sort of feeling more alive in yourself and more sort of healthy and help other people with, you know,
Yeah,
that balance?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be stressful, and like anything, you know, when I'm making something on a deadline or I've got a million Christmas fairs, I'm not always calm, definitely not. But I really enjoy creating. So I started creating for myself. So I really enjoy that, and I, you know, don't plan ever to stop that. And then I have like more sense of purpose. I don't know if that sounds really cringy, but like
No.
helping these other women and like having that space when, you know, if people work from home and they're on their own and they don't have that what's the word, like they don't have workmates to, you know,
Yeah, support, I guess.
and support. Yeah. I really like that, and I, even if I'm not, you know, an expert in accounts and I can't necessarily help them with, you know, that, it's I can help with something.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to support people anyway, isn't it? But at the same token, when you are in a community, you're able to uplift each other, and somehow it's more of like a sum of the parts rather than just like, oh, as an individual, how do we manage this? When you've got lots of people to support you and you're supporting them in turn, it's just a really lovely thing to have that community that you can bounce ideas off and help each other grow, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I find it really helps. I've been doing a course recently with two other friends, and it's been online, but we've had sort of regular catch-ups about it. And the difference it's made having that catch-up, like I feel so much more motivated, you know, for the following week, rather than not having that. So I definitely find sort of chatting through things with people really helps my, you know, what I'm doing that week, for example.
Yeah. So do you have any tips for other people starting their businesses, whether it's, I don't know, yeah, just any tips going forward?
I don't know if I've got any tips. I'd just say just do it. Just do it. Like if it's something you enjoy and you want to turn it into a business, just go for it. Like I'd definitely say do a bit of research, but don't spend, I don't know, months researching, because things change. The amount of times I've changed how I make a product because I've seen a YouTube video or I've seen something else and think, oh, that looks easier than how I'm doing it, or, you know, I like that. Or I find a new product, you know, a sheet of card, I'm like, oh, this is better quality. So things can change, and I've recently rebranded and I've changed my logo. Sorry, this looks really weird. I'm like,
no, get cozy.
And that was a bit scary to sort of change my logo from what I started with, but it just felt more aligned to where my business is now, and it felt more me. So I just felt like I needed to do it. So yeah, just do it. And I've met so many people, Emily included, through having a small business and sort of like, you know, the Instagram world, and it's just, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, if that was a tip, just do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Alicia said it was definitely good to have a sounding board. So yeah, she loves it. What kind of things would you say you're most sort of proud of in business or in your life since you started your business?
Clearly, other than being a mother. To be honest, I am proud that I've still got my business. So it'll be 4 years in September since I started, and hasn't always been an easy time. And, you know, I'm not making masses of money yet. But I haven't given up. I'm still doing it. I'm still working on it. I'm still finding, you know, what I love to do and what I love to make and what I want to offer. And like I said, you know, things have shifted and things are shifting. But yeah, I think I'm proud that I haven't given up. I'm still doing it. Yeah.
And actually,
I've won an award this year.
Oh yeah.
I haven't put it out there yet because the winners haven't been announced. It was in a magazine, Lux Life. I'll put it on my Instagram when I find out what the details are. But that was quite exciting.
I thought you were going to mention about that you were runner-up for an award, weren't you?
Yes, and I was a runner-up. That's a local one. That's an Oxfordshire one. I was runner-up for Best Independent Business. But yeah, that was exciting.
Look at you, putting all the stops out and winning things. That's really
cool.
I'm
going to be walking around going, I'm an award winner.
Hell yeah, own it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also very excited that I am taking part in an art crawl this year. I don't know where they do them, but it's our town. Oh, thank you, Alicia. How do you explain it? So the town, all the shops in the town become sort of art displays for artists and makers for 3 or 4 days in October. And I'm taking part this year. I haven't done it before because I've been too scared to apply for it. But I'm in it this year. So I'm going to put some of my work in the shop window for a few days, which is quite exciting. Yeah. So that's, I suppose, yeah, that's a big thing for me this year.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
It is. I just need to work out what I'm going to do. I have no idea.
I would just say a big thank you, of course, because you've made lots of my products and turned a lot of my creative designs into lovely things. And
thank you.
So for anybody who doesn't know, something that I've been working on is a collection which is basically they're gift boxes about self-care, zodiac self-care gift boxes, and lovely Katie here has made my designs into some mirrors for me with affirmations on, so that's lovely. I'm just working behind the scenes to put all my photos and the product descriptions and everything together because I also am doing my moon planner for 2024. So, yes, alongside a muggle job. Yeah, busy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh, you have another thanks as well.
I really enjoy making them. And I love seeing the designs. I mean, both of your work are completely different,
Yeah,
but they're so
worlds
beautiful
apart.
in their own way. So when I'm there making them, I'm like, oh, so pretty. I love it. Yeah, I really love that.
I actually got my happy mail today from Alicia, so then made it into a little reel this morning. It's like, oh, just making a reel. I think that was one of the things that I was later doing. So I was like, oh, I finished my reel. Actually, no, I want that music. What? It's half an hour.
Oh, have you already put it up? I haven't seen it yet.
I have, yeah. I was just literally finishing it before making my lunch very, very, very quickly.
I'll have a look when we're finished. I haven't been on. I've been taking a bit of a break from social media over the summer. I have been on it, and I've sort of been, you know, having a nose at what people are up to. But obviously, I've got the kids at home. It's a lot to keep up with. So I've just taken a bit of a step back for a few weeks.
Yeah. So what do they and what does Rob as well? What do they think of your business and what you're doing, and how do they find it?
So Daniel is nearly a teenager. He's a bit indifferent. He doesn't, you know, he's a typical tween. Jonah loves it. He loves it when I make stickers. He loves it when my stickers go wrong and they, you know, cut off or something, because I let him have them.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's all the, you know, the odd ones. So yeah, he loves all the bits and pieces. Rob, he's really supportive. He's really supportive, and he really helps me when I need some help. I mean, last Christmas, him and Daniel were both there helping me package products up. He can be quite critical, and obviously we've got very different tastes. So sometimes I get scared asking him what he thinks of things, because if I don't like his answer, I then get grumpy with him. Like sometimes he'll be like, oh yeah, I really like that. And then I'm like, so what about that one? He's like, yeah. And then I say, well, you didn't say you really liked it. So does that mean? But yeah, he's really supportive. Yeah.
Well, in a weird way, it's kind of thanks to him that you actually made your creations into a business, isn't it? So
it really is. So yeah, if he ever knows, then I will tell him it's his fault.
Oh!
It started with him. So when he tells me about spending money on, you know, more supplies, I say, well, you suggested it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a typical thing as well of yeah, I'll make something or have lots of different ideas, but Emily, why are you not focusing on that one thing? Just do the one thing, get it out, make it sale, make it sellable, and everything else. But I like these things.
Yeah.
And it's like, but and then you want to kind of stay on track with what other people are doing, and that's the bad thing, isn't it? You're just like comparing yourself to others, and they're like they've got these things out every season. It's like,
oh gosh,
I want to do that, and then you realize actually no, because you need to sort of rein it in a little bit. Otherwise, you're just it's like the shiny object syndrome, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And I am very much like that. Even when I first started, I started with, I think I bought a manual die cutter and some card and maybe a few stamps. And then I started watching like YouTube tutorials, and I saw somebody doing watercolor, and I was like, oh, I want some watercolors. And then I saw someone doing alcohol markers, and was like, oh, I want that. So, you know, things, I just was buying things here, there, and everywhere. And now I'm like, oh, I see a new product and think, I want to make one of those. Or I see something and I'm like, oh, I want to make my version of that. And it's easy to get carried away. And there's definitely been things that I not regret doing, but won't do anymore. You know, you try things and then you realize it doesn't work out, so I won't do it again. It's all trial and error, I think.
Yeah, I guess a lot of it is growth, isn't it? We're not going to necessarily know what we need to do and how to successfully create the things we want and get the marketing and everything there to show people our products, our worth, and everything else. Oh, okay. We just got a question. What astrology stuff am I up to? Well, at the moment, I am working on the moon planners for 2024, and just finishing off behind the scenes some of my zodiac self-care gift boxes, which the lovely Katie here has turned a couple of designs into products for me, which are part of the collection. I will surely, because you asked about astrology, I'll just quickly mention that we've got what's called a Venus Kazemi over this weekend. So Venus is in the heart of the sun, meaning it's within like a couple of degrees away from the sun in the zodiac. It's like giving a big hug from our values and our love language, and it's really, because Venus is like retrograde, so it's taking that cycle of really inward thinking, of like reviewing everything, what's most important, what do we love, what do we value, our money, how we make it, and all that sort of thing. But today, because it's like halfway through that cycle and being in Leo season, there's all that sort of beautiful sunshiny kind of vibes and vibrant energy, and probably bursts more of creativity and that sort of thing. But yeah, Venus Kazemi is such a beautiful time, and I'm kind of glad that I'm managing to spend some of it with Katie here. So it's really lovely, and thank you as well, Morningstar, for joining me. Astrology wise, I've also got some training that I'm doing in October. So I'm doing the London School of Astrology. That's my sort of like upgrade of what I'm doing there. Other than that, I'll put a few reels out which are kind of talking about the crystals and the zodiac signs together, but also supporting eventually the launch of these zodiac self-care gift boxes. So that's kind of what I'm up to. I hope that answers your question, and obviously anything else, feel welcome to drop me a comment or look on my social media or direct message me or email me. That's totally fine. So thank you for asking. Right, what else? So we kind of touched upon things that we do to sort of stay consistent, Katie, with our goals and things, didn't we? Is there anything else that you would like to add there at all?
That is something I really need to work on, because I'm not very consistent. I think with my mental health, I can have, weeks where I don't feel very creative. I don't really want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So I'm trying. This week I've been trying to make sure I do a meditation when I wake up, and then I've been when I've had my cup of tea in the morning, I've been reading a chapter or so of my book. Just something for me, other than watching the news, which is always depressing, and sort of decrease like my TV watching, because I love binge watching TV, but I've been trying to make it so that's what we do, like in the evening maybe, and then in the morning I'm sort of more reading and focus, just trying to stay calm. But I'm working on it. I'm working on being consistent.
Well, we're all kind of a work in progress in ways, aren't we? So it looks like you've kind of got your main whys though in your business, though, like why you want to run things, and what you're getting out of it, and that actually you've got the support system in helping other people grow, which is a brilliant thing.
I know where I want to get, and this is my thing at the moment. I know where I want to get. I'm just working out how to get there. and I will get there. It is just working it out. Yeah.
I think also we are in Leo season, and we've got the new moon, I think, is the 16th. I'd have to check the date. But yeah, basically, Leo season is kind of, in a way, it's giving ourselves that permission to shine. And it is being out there, it's being confident, it's being brave. It's literally, I say that the sun is the ruler of Leo. So it is very much, okay, you've got that vibrancy and sort of allowing ourselves that permission to create, to have fun, to be courageous. And in a way, I think we called it creating the life you love. If that is still true for you, then you're always heading in that right direction.
Yeah, definitely. I've always said, if you don't love what you're doing, then don't do it. And like I said, we can all have days, I'll have a day where my cutting machine isn't working and I'm thinking, why am I making these stickers? But I love doing it, and I love the products I'm making. So yeah, I'm going to keep on doing it for as long as I love it. And if I don't love it anymore, I'm sure I'll change. It's like I've changed in the last 4 years, so I'm sure what I do will progress in time. But yeah.
Amazing. Is there anything else you want to share about what you're up to? Any projects, like dates of markets and stuff like that you're doing and that sort of thing?
I've got lots of markets. They're all Oxfordshire based, coming up from November. So I've got nothing until then. And then I'll put a big list of where I'm at on my Instagram page. I think I've got about 8 days currently over November and December.
Wow.
I know. And I remember last year thinking I was mad, and I think I had 5 last year. Yeah. But I am going to be more organised this year. I am. I definitely am. So it will be fine. But no, not really. I am making new products. I have got things coming, but I know it's really silly because they're going to be out there. But I find it really nerve-wracking sort of saying something before I've made it. Do you know what I mean? Like a new thing. But I have got a few things coming. I'm working on a bit of a collab with another small business at the moment. So I'm doing designs and somebody else is making the products for me, which is quite exciting. So yeah, that's quite exciting. I'm not going to say who she is because, it'll give it away what she's making for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got lots of things planned and I'm really excited to see. Yeah. To see where I go.
Where life takes you on your journey. Amazing.
Exactly. Hopefully somewhere sunny next to a beach. That'd be nice.
Lovely. Yes. Okay. Well, where's the best place for people to find you and like connect with you?
So I'm most active on Instagram, and Mama Bear Creates. It's Mama MAMA.bear.creates. You can find my website on there as well in the links, but it's mamabearcreates.co.uk. My website is a work in progress. Don't judge me. And then the Small Biz Society, again on Instagram, small.biz.society. Currently, that is all through my main website, but coming next year, I will have a separate website when I've got some more bits up and running. And you can find my Facebook group, the Small Biz Society, obviously over on Facebook.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I don't really do TikTok. I have got it. I don't really do it. Instagram's where it's at.
Yeah. So, well, it's been lovely talking to you, Katie, and you can stick around for just us in a bit if you want to, but let's call it a day here. So thank you to everybody who's joined us and who watches in the future. It's been lovely talking to Katie and having your company. So thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.